Today is the 12th of September. Welcome, everybody. You are in the Global Fire Ceremony Room on OneWorld.Earth. And at this time, I would request that Wisdom Keeper Amanda Waring come and begin the opening of our space. Welcome, dear sister.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here and to open sacred space on this auspicious day, and so looking forward to what is to come. We are in unity and in union. We are in purity and communion. We are in trust. We are entrusted. We are in love. And we must remember the power of love in action. I open this space by the grace of your grace. You have made this a sacred space by the grace of your grace. You have. By the grace of your grace, you have made this a sacred place. By the grace of your grace, you have. Oh, thank you, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, oh, thank you. By the grace of your grace, it's done. And take a deep breath into your heart, breathing in love, and out the back of your heart, breathing anything that is not love. Letting it go, all that is not love. And into your heart again, breathing in peace. And giving out gratitude. And as is relevant to today, breathing in trust. And breathing out joy. And I invite you to imagine the beautiful figure of 8, the infinity symbol now. Just seeing it as a golden image in front of you, balancing your left and right, your male and female. Allowing yourself to come into sacred space within and without. And I invite you now to connect to the golden thread from the heavens, allowing that beautiful golden light to center you, to come all the way through the center of your being and down into the core of Mother Earth. Holding that beautiful heart center at the core of Mother Earth and allowing that heart, that unconditional love to come up through that thread all the way up through your being. Enlightening and enlivening and brightening you now as it comes up into the light of Source. So you're held in a two-way flow of connection. And as we ready ourselves for being with more beautiful people that are here today, it's so lovely to see Maureen as well and know that Rita's there, and I'll pass on to White Wolf. And White Wolf, if you are good to take the next part of today's opening, that would be beautiful. Thank you for letting me be here today.
Yes, thank you, Amanda, and thank you for your words, your beautiful words that are so strong, so powerful, so beautiful, so true. Just as the words we heard in the video earlier, we were watching that was airing live on YouTube.
Oh, yes.
Incredible we were rooting here for you, going like, yeah, Amanda.
Oh, thank you so much. I encourage everyone to watch the video on leadership as well.
Yes, we shared it out everywhere, so we encourage the same.
Thank you, thank
And, I would like to welcome everybody from all directions, colors, and nations under one tree of life, where we are non-judgmental, all equal, equanimous, and remember who we are. We carry ourselves in a good way. And I'd like to pay some respects to the unseen. Begin with gratitude and respect, and put down tobacco for the creator of all life and all of life, and send sacred smoke and prayers up. And to all two-legged, four-legged, winged, swimming, insect, plant, and star nations, all living and breathing, Mother Earth, Father Sky, Grandmother Moon, Grandfather Sun, star nations, we thank you for your nourishment and guidance this day of life and your selfless ways. May we remember who we are, return home to the good way of life, harmony and balance, knowing, seeing things for what they truly are. Open our hearts and minds to the reality, to the truth that is. Rise above our differences and accept everyone as we are, as we come. One love, brothers and sisters. Let us pay respects to the ancestors of all directions who are always watching and guiding over us. Let them join us as we gather together again under that one tree of life, circle where we are all equal, where there's no one above or below. Ancestors of the East, we send our blessings. May you join us. Ancestors of the South, join us. Ancestors of the West, respect and honor, may you join us. And ancestors of the North, respect and honor, may you join us. May we all drop the veil, spirits, energies walking through this physical plane, and see, hear, and feel from the heart our true godly given natures as we remember and walk in truth upon this earth into this new world. I love you all. I thank you all. Let us embrace the sacred space in a good way. Oh.
Thank you, brother.
Pass the feather.
And for our final wisdom keeper with the Union of Nations, also beloved wisdom keeper Francine. Please join the circle, Francine.
Want to give thanks to everybody out there. It's so good to see all of our friends and family. Connie and Andrew, thank you so much for tripping into the future. I have a Lyra star, a little Wolfie in the background. Thank you. Thank you to the elders, to the way showers, to all of the star seeds, all of those around the country. Thank you to White Wolf and Amanda for opening up this space in such a sacred way with the vibration of song and calling in the directions. I just want to say thank you to all the visionaries that are coming together for the purpose of expanding our consciousness and bringing in global peace. I'm so grateful for all these way showers before us that can inspire and encourage us to go forth with our dreams and to bring our light work to the masses. It is time. So grateful for OneWorld.Earth, encouraging everybody to join us as we've been in collaboration for so many years. And we're so grateful. We're all going through the eye of the needle, the great purification. All the prophecies are coming true with the eagle and condor. I also believe in the rainbow prophecy that we're all unifying all colors, creeds, and beings back to the sacred heart and back to the sacred circle. Thank you so much for allowing me to be present here. Thank you. Aho and ahe. Love you.
Hey, thank you, my beloved sister. And at this time, it is my honor to introduce our beloved friend, Miss Rita Marsh with the Center for Human Flourishing. Welcome, Center.
Thank you. Good to be here this evening with everyone, and thank you, Earth Mother Network, for allowing us to come live in Carbondale, Colorado, into your room. This is an amazing experience, and I'd just like to welcome everyone first with a land acknowledgement, honoring our Indigenous people of the land, the Nooch. So that all will know, we acknowledge that this land where we live is the ancestral homeland of Nooch, the Indigenous people who were forcibly removed. We respect the enduring and nurturing relationships that exist between people and land. We aspire to heal by being in balance with the land and respecting it in a living way, as did Nooch. Well, I would encourage on to say, my name is Rita Marsh. I'm the co-founder of the Center for Human Flourishing. We're based in Carbondale, Colorado, 30 miles down the road from Aspen, where Connie raised her children and then left off into adventures, meeting Andrew along the way. And now they're co-creating amazing things that we love to bring to our community. The Center for Human Flourishing offers programs for personal growth that ignite the full potential of the human spirit. We look to the integral model developed by Dr. Elliot Dasher of full health, whole health in the biological realms, psychospiritual, interpersonal, and worldly. And so when Andrew and Connie come here, they cover it all. The human development, the expansion of consciousness, and it's always a delight to have them here. So I welcome formally Connie Baxter Marlow and Andrew Cameron Bailey to the Callaway Room at the base of Mount Sopris, our holy mountain. And they're bringing a new piece. Andrew's been hard at work bringing a new piece to introduce the series of their new film coming up, Into the Future. The Way Out is Up.
In search of the future.
In search of the future, the
only way out is up,
up,
up, in
Up.
frequency and vibration.
That's our theory, and I think it holds true.
So I'm going to turn it over first to
All right.
Connie,
Greetings, greetings.
and she's going to introduce
Come,
Andrew.
have a seat.
Come in close, because we're actually on Zoom and we're with hundreds of thousands of people out there. And the larger this room gets, it just multiplies. Hello.
So, yes, I'm Connie, and this is Richard, who
Yeah.
has been a trust freak for a couple of decades. He was part of our first gathering of introducing our book, The Trust Frequency. And so here he is still coming around. Yeah.
Oh,
And other friends,
faithful
Stephen
Reverend Stephen.
and Mary Catherine Conger are here, and others. So I'm gonna turn this over to Andrew, because this is kind of his show tonight. So have at it, Andrew.
All right, question number one, how are you out there hearing us? Can anybody signal to us? Just to let us know,
It's
because
got a
we're fairly
thumbs up.
far away.
Audio's great. We hear you wonderful. Good deal.
That's amazing. All
Yeah.
right, we're almost 8
I'm
feet.
here in Maine.
Everybody okay with sound? All right.
Yeah, she's saying.
Saying it's iffy. Speak up. Man, did you bring your megaphone?
Yeah, I'm a person, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, that's okay.
I've got loud voice.
That's the question, because if the sound's not good, I could come up to the laptop there. You see.
We can hear you. I can hear you. It's just that it could be a bit louder and it is a tad echoey, but Yeah.
Yeah,
it's-
we're in this big, beautiful room here, and there's a lot of room sound.
Yeah. Well, just
Yeah.
use your big boy voice.
Okay, as long as everybody can make out what I'm saying, I will proceed. Okay, here we are. Thank you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And Rita, thank you. And to those beautiful beings who just opened this evening's proceedings with some gorgeous sacred words and smoke and feathers and love. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So what I am sharing tonight is the first attempt on my part at putting something together from the almost 250 interviews that we have filmed over the last 2.5 years. Started in 2023, and the most recent one we shot was today. Dr. Jude Caravan, who is here in Aspen, Colorado for a conference tomorrow that we'll be attending. And we were out there in the rain, so she's the only one we've actually filmed holding an umbrella over her head. So there was a little unique Jude there. Here's the thing, my friends, I'm asking for feedback. The biggest question on this entire project is, should it be a film, a single film? It's not really a documentary. It's completely different. There's no interviews. There's no interviewer. There are many extraordinary people giving us very brief statements relevant to their vision of the future. So we're weaving a tapestry of ideas concerning the future of literally of our species, the status of our species. Tonight you'll meet, for example, Emmanuel Kunzelman. I know most of you know him already. We filmed him in Sedona, Arizona. He was one of the very first people that we filmed back in 2023. He's deeply concerned about the state of our species. There are others who are utterly, joyously not worried at all. My beloved Connie, for example, who just knows that all is well and we don't have to worry about a thing. And in the Bob Marley song, don't worry about a thing, baby.
Yeah. Just keep your vibration high, go as far high as you can, feed the collective consciousness with your highest vibration. We have a responsibility. It's not like it's just going to happen, but everything serves it. And that's our piece of that puzzle, is to keep our vibration high. And that's what this film is about, is to catalyze people into their highest vibration, into their understanding of the conscious, loving, abundant nature of the universe, so they can shift frequencies and feed the collective with a higher frequency. So it's all good, folks. It's all serving the coming of peace on earth.
So this film is dedicated to peace on earth. It is literally dedicated to peace within this beautiful but troubled species of ours, as we, I trust, evolve to a higher form of our potential of manifestation. So question number one is, should it be a single film? Because I've had the idea of this sort of art film with a message, a lot of beauty, a lot of music, a lot of transformative energy, and a single film that might be feature length, 90 minutes, or 3 30-minute segments or something like that. Or, and here's the big different possibility, could it be a series? Because we have about, literally, I think we're approaching 250 extraordinary human beings. And how do you get them all into a 90-minute film without leaving people on the cutting room floor? We want to include everybody because everybody has a precious piece of the puzzle. So a relatively new idea is that it could become a series, and say once a week or once a month or twice a month or something, maybe half-hour event would happen at a regular, predictable time on a Tuesday night at 7 p.m. or whatever it might turn out to be. So what we're about to watch, I'm calling it a pilot for the series. This is a way it could manifest. We just meet 5 people. We meet a couple of musicians, and we get to do some movement and to ponder the nature of our species, our planet, and the future that we would collectively prefer to manifest on this beautiful planet. So that's the little film we're going to watch. It's about 32 minutes long. And I'm going to say one more thing about it, and then we'll play the pilot. Okay? And that is this. I'm using AI in a very interesting, creative, and challenging way. Because another question, if it's going to be a series, should that series have a host or a hostess? Should it have a human being who welcomes you, says, good evening, everybody. Hello, tonight we have such and such and so and so. And it could be me, it could be Connie, it could be some other person entirely. So what I'm experimenting with is, what if it were an avatar created by artificial intelligence? So as we get into the first part of the film, you'll see me, but it's not the real me, and it's not yet animated. That's expensive. I couldn't get the lip sync. I tried hard to get it done for no money. I couldn't. We don't have a budget yet for that kind of thing. The sound you will hear me speaking. That is not me speaking. I cloned my voice. You will recognize my voice, and it responds to anything that I type into the system. I can tell it what to say, and it looks like me and it sounds like me. And what if we, so the question is, what if we had a virtual host, something that's sort of completely different, outrageous, interesting, a potentially positive use for AI? Would this be attractive? So I just have a still picture. You'll see me in a futuristic city, based on the architectural work of this beautiful Belgian architect, Vincent Callabon. If you know of him and his work, you will recognize it. If you don't, check it out. He designs the most extraordinary futuristic cities and so on. So let's play the film. Be aware that when you see me, I look like I should be speaking and I'm not, but you're hearing me. That's just a step along the way. And then when we come to the end of it, let's have a conversation wide open to anything that any of you may have to say. If you hate it, let me know. If you love it, let me know. If you think it should be different, or if you think it's wonderful as is, because honestly, I personally find it uplifting. I love it. And let me say this, Connie hasn't even seen it yet.
Yeah.
I have been holed up in a little lab getting this thing done. And this is literally a world premiere, including everyone in this room here physically in Carbondale, Colorado tonight.
Yeah.
Yep.
Tell them how you've got the image of you. It's not just a picture of you. Tell them how.
Okay, so if you want to make an avatar of yourself, if you want to create a digital rendering of yourself that can speak and move and jump around and do backward somersaults, whatever you like, you simply go and get a whole bunch of photographs, take them now, or go back through your history, which is what I did, because I didn't want to look like an 80-year-old. I wanted to look more like a 45-year-old. So there's photographs of me from in my 30s, my 40s, my 50s, my 60s, scanned them all in, and there they were. And then the AI digests it and creates this character. The hat I am wearing is a real hat. It's out in the van, out in the parking lot here. It's a real hat. It's a real jacket. It used to belong to Connie's dad. I inherited it, that white tux jacket. And I think I'm wearing the same black t-shirt tonight. So part of it is absolutely real, and all of it is utterly synthetic. So how about that? It's just it's a playful approach to this. Can we be entertaining and educational at the same time, and uplifting and spiritually inspiring? All of those good things. So let's watch the film. Shonda, you are going to play it from, for the folks on online on Zoom, you're going to play it from YouTube. And in the room here, I'm going to play it from my computer, which calls for a little quick switch over. And off we go. Anything else, everybody? You ready to fly? Here we go.
All right. We'll see you after the film. Do come back because we want to hear your thoughts.
Wonderful.
And we're so
Wonderful.
thrilled you're here. There's 14 of you here.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the premiere episode of In Search of the Future, a brand new series my wife, Connie Baxter Marlow, and I have been filming for the past 2.5 years. I'm author, filmmaker, music producer Andrew Cameron Bailey, and I'm thrilled to introduce you to a few of the 200 remarkable human beings from all over the world who have contributed their visionary messages to this extraordinary project. In this episode, you'll meet 5 individuals who represent some of the deepest wisdom traditions on the planet. You'll also experience the gifts of 2 superb musicians, the celestial Tatiana Speed from Vancouver, Canada, and Qigong master Stephen Michael Paig, beaming in from New York. This series is dedicated to world peace, a peaceful, abundant future for humanity, and the flourishing of every living creature on this beautiful planet we call home. A quick note about the music in the show. The opening song you just heard is a piece I recorded recently. It takes all kinds. The instrument you're hearing in the background is the Peace Violin, hand-built by the amazing Patrick McCollum, from materials gathered in conflict zones all over the planet. You'll meet Patrick later in the series. The Peace Violin is tuned to a frequency of 40 hertz and played by the legendary Scarlett Rivera. Finally, the soundtrack music behind this entire episode was created by the wonderful composer Yuval Ron, and it, too, is tuned to the transformational healing frequency of 40 hertz. My sincere thanks to the musicians, the presenters, and our financial supporters, everyone who has contributed to this adventure so far. Now, are you ready for an uplifting experience? Okay, here we go. Stephen Michael Paig, take it away, my friend. We are rolling. Take 3, Stephen.
The wind is not waiting, neither is the rain. Anyway it goes, it's gonna fall just the same. I see the lightning flashing, hear the thunder roll, think of all the great ones and the stories they told. They said, let yourself go with that old flow, like a song you love to sing. Let yourself go with that old flow, like a bird. Life sure can be tricky, it sometimes will be tough, but I must say, every day I just can't get enough. Something keep me going, coming back for more, and I believe I can see a little further down that road. Come on, let yourself go with that old flow, like a song you love to sing. Let yourself go with that old flow, like a bird on the wing. On a brighter day, when the sun is shining, I'm gonna make my way in a good strong line. I'm going to the center, headed for the core, to the heart of the matter, through that spirit door. Come on, let yourself go with that old flow, like a song you love to sing. spread my wings, take to the wind. I'll fly way above all of these earthly things. Till then I wanna work and not be weary, walk and not be afraid. Teach me, Lord, teach me, Lord, to wait. Come on, come on, let yourself go, go with that old flow, like a song you love to sing. Let yourself go, go with that old flow, like a bird on the wing.
Cameras rolling. Emmanuel, take two.
Hello, I'm Emmanuel Kunselman, and I'm here in the vortex fields of Sedona, Arizona. And I'd like to address this critical moment in human history. So deep is our crisis now that there has never been a time like this. Many native indigenous people say that there were three great miracles in the evolution of the universe. The beginning, the big breath that gave birth to all of this, the moment when life appeared on planet Earth, and the time when human consciousness came forth to reveal the human species. But now we are in a wave trough, a difficult, critical situation that threatens the survival of our very species. And it will take nothing less than the fourth great miracle of all history to resolve this. So important is this that I feel a new future human is on the horizon. Many have spoken of the possible coming of a new human species, and I think that time is now. Surely we have so many challenges, and now with artificial intelligence, maybe the intelligence we've created is also more intelligent than we ourselves. But we have other attributes that can bring it into play in this arising of the higher consciousness of the human psyche. And that would be our wisdom, our experience, and the love in our heart and souls. Artificial intelligence will never outdo us on that, and that's what we have to put in play now in this critically transformative moment. And we can do so. We don't need to grow green antennas or an expanded brain. We only need to use the love and wisdom and experience in our hearts. And to get there, the important thing is, where do we look for the new human coming into being? Many have thought that a new species comes into being far from the ancestral company of their field of being. Maybe this has been the case in the past with many animals, but in the human heart, we will find the new species not in our individual enlightenment, but rather in the unified field, the collective heart of humanity. After all, I am because you are, and we all are because of the reflection of ourselves in others. If we were here alone, with no one to communicate with, would we exist at all? Maybe not. We only exist as a part of the whole. And the whole is far greater than the sum of those parts. So it follows that we find our true wisdom in the whole, as it amplifies everything that we do. And it takes us to a higher level of communication, to express ourselves, to be up to the frequency that the whole gives us. So the new human species, by whatever name it may go, Barbara Marx Hubbard called it Homo Universalis, but by whatever name it happens to be, it will be in the whole, in the center, in the home of our heart, of all humanity, with all its attributes and all its glory, reflecting on us, taking us, the individuals, to our highest level so that we find our purpose and contribute to that whole and play our part in the cosmic symphony that will be our new home, our new path, our way out of this crisis as a unified humanity working together for the good of the whole. That is the future. That's what we're entering into now. There's no way back. There's only the way up, the turning of the great wave, and the ascension to the implicate order of what many have called the holo movement, the universal flow of the Great Spirit within us all. May we reach out, share that with others, use its energy, and solve the problems we face. Thank you.
Camera is rolling, Marilyn.
As an Olympian, I had a life-altering experience in the Olympic Village. There I was, with athletes from every country competing at the highest level. We were every race, every religion, every political persuasion. Some of these countries were at war with each other, and yet we lived in peace. We were in peace in the village, on the bus, in the cafeteria, and on the playing field. And I asked myself, how could this be? And I saw that throughout the village, no matter who you saw, you didn't know if they were a gold medalist or an also-ran like me, but you had respect. And then you were curious. Who are you? Where do you come from? What's your story? And I thought, wow, we could have a global Olympic village if people just adopted something simple, like respect and curiosity. So I often invite people to take a 10-day challenge and walk around their village. And just notice what happens when you treat everyone with respect and curiosity. The other thing that I do is I encourage people to do what Olympians do. First of all, we begin our day the Olympian way. And all that means is when you go from asleep and unconscious and become conscious, we begin our day the Olympian way by envisioning our gold. Now mine was just to be an Olympian. But what is our gold? So I encourage people to begin your day the Olympian way and envision our gold, a world at peace, whatever that means for you. And then the second thing is what you see every Olympian do when their name gets called. Before they run, jump, or throw, what do? Take a big breath in. Eliminate all outside distractions, all that noise that's coming in from everywhere, and find that peaceful, quiet, sacred place inside. And then it's from that quiet place that we literally remind ourselves, who am I? What am I here for? What am I up to? My deepest and highest aspiration in that quiet place. And then with another breath, when you step out into the world, you will be more peaceful. You will be more effective at accomplishing your highest aspiration. So for me, my role is to mobilize Olympians worldwide as messengers and let everyone know that we can make it. We can make it as a planet and a species. And let's just all do what Olympians do. Big breath in, find that quiet, peaceful place, and know that when you step out, and the next thing you do will be more peaceful. You will have increased the peace within, increased the peace without, and then be part of the peace wave that is circling the planet. People who get up every day just doing their best to live in a world that works for all. I call it the Olympic Peace Team.
You know, we've got a beautiful blue planet, and this blue planet needs us to look after it, clean up our mess. You got to clean up your backyard first, and then you got to clean up your front yard. And by doing that is to understand of nature and the waterways, because that is life, and the ocean is life for the whales and the dolphins and every other thing out there, the sharks, you know. So we've got to look after these places, and if we don't look after it, it's gone. You know, Mother Earth will continue. You know, she can do without us, but we can't do without her. And there's so many millions of people on this planet just need to step up stand up and look at the government departments and what they saying and what they and don't agree with what they're looking at, because and what comes out of their mouth is not right. What we need to do is come together as a nation of people, no matter what race, where we're going to. We just need to be shoulder to shoulder, walking together, sitting together, eating together, and yarning about our beautiful planet, because this beautiful planet is us, and life, and we need to live our life, the long extension of our life to go through. We don't need this stuff to kill us before time, because our food is killing us. We need to go back into nature and grab the right food off Mother Earth, off our mother. She's the one to give us the food. She's the one to give us the medicine. She's the one that we all love. And that's why we need to stand up now and be counted for to look after Mother Earth.
Camera is rolling. Welcome. You are on.
My name is Keishi Chai. Join me. What if our mind was connected to our body? What if our shoulders were free? What if we can create and manifest with our hands and our imagination? What if our hearts are so big, so bright, so luminous, we cannot contain it? What if our hips can trace a figure eight moving into infinity? And what if we can all fly like the birds? Releasing into momentum, enjoying the ride. Ha! 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 What if we can feel our feet growing roots into the ground, connecting to the core of our beautiful planet Gaia, and feeling the energy pulse up through our spine and out the crown of our heads to connect to space and all that is. What if we could all shine our brightest self and share our gifts for the betterment of all? I love you.
Camera is rolling. Michael, welcome. Thank you. Please introduce yourself.
I am Michael B. Beckwith, founder of the Agape International Spiritual Center. What I want you to know is that you made a promise to yourself. It's hidden within your soul. You made a promise to yourself before you took this human incarnation. You chose to come into this incarnation to discover and activate your gifts, your talents, and expand your capacity for loving, to fall in love with loving, so that you would be a part of the evolution of our world and all sentient beings. That promise is within you. The promise in your mind may have gotten hijacked by the world of appearances. It may have gotten hijacked by the conspiracy of mediocrity, the fame game, gross materialism, any way that you've been impacted by abuse or anything negative may have imprinted your mind. But that promise that you made, it's within you. And you are to soulfully remember that promise and begin to speak it into existence. You begin to talk to yourself so well about what you said you would bring to this world that it resonates with the sacred law and begins to come into alignment with the power and the absolute conviction that you have about this inner promise, that it creates the condition for the manifestation and the demonstration of your giftedness, which will literally change the world. Do you realize that the world is simply a condensation of previously held beliefs, points of view, opinions, positionality, and perspectives that have condensed itself into a world experience? But it's not totally real. There is a reality untouched by time and experience and perception. You emerged from that reality. You're an emanation of that life. And if you will but remember, if you will but activate that mystic chord of memory within you, nothing will be able to stop you from being a part of the perfect unfoldment of this cosmic idea of a world that works for the highest and best within us all. This idea that's within you, this eternal fabric of reality, nothing can stop it when you are in alignment with it. Speak to it. Speak about it. Speak from it. And that can only be with yourself as well, until it becomes more real to you than anything else in this illusory world. Because you know what you really are if you're listening to this, if you're watching this? You are a cosmic reporter of that which is trying to emerge. Whereas the news that people are watching, they are reporters from an old paradigm, an artifact of something that is dying. If you're watching this, you're being called to be a reporter for that which is emerging. Invisible to many, but not to you. What are you bringing? What promise did you make to yourself? What are you saying yes to? It's something glorious, something magnificent. It's the real you. Let it unfurl. Let it be revealed. Fall in love with it. It is waiting for your yes.
Peace is coming, I'm just letting you know. Hearts are blooming all around the world. Brotherhood is coming, I'm just letting you know. Peace, like a flag unfurled. As we join the caravan to the promised land, the home that we share deep in our heart. And we join the caravan, walking hand in hand, singing an ancient song not forgotten. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Walk with me, my brother, let's travel the distance into the light of a calm new day. We are so beautiful, so many different colors. Listen, our hearts know the way. As we join the caravan to the promised we share deep in our heart. And we join the caravan, walking hand in hand, singing a nation's song not forgotten. Is coming, I'm just letting you know. Hearts are blooming all around the world.
Camera is rolling. Julia, you're on. Activism.
People call me an activist, and I always like to remind people that because no choice happens in a vacuum, it is not only spiritually impossible, but also scientifically impossible to have no impact and make no difference. Scientifically impossible. So therefore, however many billion of us and growing that we are all activists. It's just, are we conscious or unconscious in the choices that we're making? I choose to call myself an activationist instead of an activist. Because when people hear the word activist, they think, oh, someone who goes and lives in a tree for 2 years and 8 days, or locks down to a bulldozer, or protests in the street. But because we are all actively changing the world every day, we are all activists. And so I like to call myself, I actually usually try to avoid labels, but if I have to call myself something, I call myself a spiritual activationist, because I want to activate the heart and the spirit into guiding the choices that we make and how we live our lives with one another and this beautiful, beautiful planet.
Camera is rolling.
And we take this breath to absorb where we are at within this earth walk. When we embrace the subject matter in search of the future, what is it and where is it and how is it? We can speak at length of many things, though the present is the place we will begin from today. The sage burns to allow for that connect with source, that observation in which the illumination and clarity that is to come across for us within this time. Each one of us is unique within our respective earth walks. However, we all collectively contribute back into the totality of what will be of the Mother Earth and those that inhabit it. The Mother Earth will always survive. It is a given. It is those that are on it, that walk, talk, breathe, sing, and dance on it, that must make the changes. If you take a look at the recent future of 2.5 years of global initiation, unprecedented, where all the world's population were brought in to a moment of thought. Where is it? What is it we must do? even the most innocent and the most naive of hearts will recognize that what was before did not work, and therefore change must happen. Change within the traditions culturally, globally, have always said it comes from within. The within is that heart connect. That heart connect is that one with divine source. Therefore, when we awaken this and see the beauty of love, compassion, forgiveness, watch, love, healing, all is there. To re-embrace the beauty of this, the earth walk, for us to grasp the beautiful gifting that we have been given, the imbuement that we have been given. We survive today simply because somewhere in the unconscious we have connected in there somewhere that allows for us to open even more the doors to what needs to be. When you look at the beauty of nature that is around us, they are the greatest teacher. They are the ones that will give us that clarity of not just medicine, but just the teachings that says we as the collective, we as a unified group work together to bring in the beauty and wellness for everyone. So when you look at everything around us, it is not just the teacher, it is the apothecary, the medicine bundle, the how-tos and what-tos on all that there is. Step out onto that, absorb that by way of an earth touch connect. Simply means step out onto the Mother Earth. The beauty of that vision that is the future will be in a positive place if in fact today we begin with that heart awakening and allowing for the beauty of the elementals to give us the teachings. The change is meant to happen, and the change must happen. Though you must also remember the change is up to you. It can be positive or it can be negative. It is how you choose to awaken your earth walk body onto this earth walk, sharing that with the energy, vibration, and radiation out to those that are your brothers and sisters. As you do so, it is felt by those of like heart. When they do, the collective grows, the unity is there. With that, the energy vibrates and emanates throughout the whole of the universe. The healing is up to us. The future is up to us. And it will be as most powerful as you allow for it to happen. In our tradition, we simply say, Miyuwayan mitafoa, which simply means, let heart take lead. My brief time with you, my joy with you, my love for you to listen and hear. But as you walk away from this, walk onto the Mother Earth and give her the love unconditionally so that all of us can contribute in a positive way for the wellness, the survival, the healing of this, the Mother Earth, and all of its population.
It takes all kinds, to make a village.
Wow. Well done. Well done, family. Well, we'd like to welcome back our beloved host, Rita, the Center of Human Flourishing, and Connie and Andrew. Welcome back.
We're
here. Thank you.
We are here. Rita, thank you for hosting this. So friends, this is, are you hearing? Just let me know, are you hearing okay?
Yes,
Thanks
we
for
hear you
being
fine. Go ahead.
beautiful, thank you. So here's a what if. What if on the first of every month, starting on New Year's Day of 2026, there was the next drop of this project that introduced 3 or 4 or 5 extraordinary human beings with deep, profound messages. And we have the entire month to ponder it, to meet about it, to discuss it, to watch it over and over again. And then in the first of the next month, it's replaced by the next one. And gradually we build a series. That's one way of doing this. And there are so many, many, many ways of doing it. And there's a new technology emerging based on blockchain that there may be a whole other way of distributing it, which is always the question. How on earth do we distribute these projects? You know, we're very good at producing content. We're not very good at marketing it. We'll be honest about that. So we're looking for any kind of advice, feedback, starting with, you know, what anybody either in the room here right now would like to mention. Let's start with that. If there's anybody who has anything to say here in the room, and then just to go around the Zoom friends and beloveds, and let me hear from you. And I will so appreciate that. Thank you.
So anybody in the room have any thoughts?
Do you have any thoughts?
I thought it was, it's the first time I've seen it, and I thought it was great. I thought it was profound. I thought the ideas were unique and deep and profound and transformative, which is what I've wanted them to be, is when someone walks away from this film, they're different. They see the world differently. There's something that's been triggered in them that says, oh, I can do that. I can be that gift. I can go and talk to the trees and the rocks. I mean, that's what happened to me when I first met my first Native Americans. It just changed my life entirely because I saw through them a different world. And that's what I'm hoping this film will do. And I feel that those ones that you chose, Andrew, were transformative. So.
And there are so many more. Seriously, it's a daunting pile of beauty. How do we weave a tapestry of transformation?
And there's 2 people in the Zoom room who have shared their messages. Maureen Edwardson of Inner Resonance Technology, and Joan. And then Claudia. Yes.
Who else? I mean, have we missed anybody? Don't worry, we'll catch up with you. Evan Hirsch.
Evan.
Yes.
Yes.
Evan from heaven.
Yeah, his camera's not on, but he's here somewhere. There he is. No. Anyway.
There he is, the blue rocker.
And he's an executive producer, as is Joan at Sun Hub. They're both, and as is Emmanuel and others.
Yeah.
So thank you for your loving support, everyone.
Andrew, I appreciated the music, the way you wove the music into it, starting at the beginning and then bringing it at the end, like bookends. Music always brings me into art space. So I think that the way you weave music into future segments, should this be a series, is really important.
Yes, it is.
I love Tatiana's amazing video.
Yeah,
wow.
Now Tatiana Speed and her man Mark made that beautiful visual to accompany that extraordinary song. You know, I'm just letting pieces coming. I'm just letting you know.
So anyone
else in the room, and then we'll go to people online.
Seems like the series
is
required because there's so much information to digest that good time in between. And if it was, once a week, that could be good.
As opposed to once a month.
Yes.
You see, another thing you will have noticed here, that this is long-term, long form, right? It's not, so many documentaries are broken into these little sound bites, and you might see the same person show up 10 times in a film. And that's one way of doing it. But another way is giving the individuals the honor, the respect of everything they said and failed to say, any puffs or twitches, just here they are in their entirety. And we gave everybody basically we said, you've got 5 minutes to change the world. And so everybody's here in their entirety. And this is so beautiful for me. Every time I watch this, and this is only the second time I've watched the whole thing from end to end, because I've been detail. And it moves me tremendously. So
I had one, each one was so profound. I almost felt I hadn't completed with one before the next one came. So I think a space to let the energy settle at the end of somebody talking, so that it come to, anyway, that's just my feeling, because I was in one space and then moved to the other, but yeah, because it had been so solid with one person to actually complete that, and it could be a musical thing or whatever.
Yeah.
To bring it to the next thing.
I mean, could we have a minute of silent meditation in between, just with the music, with the 40 hertz healing music, just to bring that up louder and stronger. And yeah, so there's so many possibilities. I mean, it's endless.
Yeah, and then you weave music in among the words.
Right. We'll get you in this, dude.
What did you think?
I arrived towards the end.
Oh, you did?
The full perspective.
Okay.
I love each person was wonderful though, and to have 250 is it.
It's crazy.
It's crazy.
It's beyond.
Yep.
So how many people spoke this time? I didn't count.
I think it was 5, and then the 2 musicians.
Okay. It was a nice journey. That's what it felt like to me. And I do know that anybody watching it, even without the awareness, would feel better at the end than the beginning.
Yeah.
So it would achieve that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the vibration is very high. It's taking people into that high vibration rather than focusing on what's been and what's leaving, to take people into the possibilities and the vibration of what's coming, because we don't know what's coming. Has never been on the planet before, so we can't delineate what it is, but we can catalyze it in getting people into their hearts.
And I'm a person that feels. So I wouldn't be able to repeat anything back of what was heard, but I feel it.
Yeah.
And so it meets both, because there's other people that really do it, their brains work in a different way.
Yeah.
So, and you've got the visual, you've got all the different ways that people learn and absorb information.
Yeah.
One thing I put.
What's good?
One thing, could you hear Mary Catherine?
Are you hearing?
Are you hearing her? Everyone? Okay.
Seems like.
One thing I would ask you guys, everybody, as you notice, there's no B-roll. There's none of that fluffy stuff that gets put over everything. What do you think of it just being the straight eye-to-eye, heart-to-heart contact with the speaker? So it has.
Does that work? It's designed to be an eye-to-eye, heart-to-heart transmission from each of these beautiful individuals to every single viewer out there. Potentially, who knows how many millions or billions of people might receive these messages if we can find a way to get it to them.
And that's what it felt to me.
Yeah.
And I appreciate the simplicity rather than the busyness, because it creates the space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you folks online think?
Want
to raise your hands? Oh, Francine's got her hand raised.
Okay, Francine, let's hear it.
Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. What a very high vibration. I kept getting the message within the first 3 speakers, each one that was speaking, how marvelous this would be to present this into the schools as part of the social emotional education that I know that we're implementing in the schools. In other words, the messages were so powerful. They made you drop into what is possible. I love that certain people were quoting like Barbara Marx Hubbard. I loved the Olympian that shared her, just, it was a lot of food for many that could become part of this journey of, I remember I've seen Barbara Marx Hubbard many times speaking, and one of the things that she inspired me with was how much possibilities were out there, what we could imagine. She always was helping all of us to see what was possible out there. Could you just imagine? And so I felt that this whole half hour was about that. It was about how can we inspire all of our global family. So what I was seeing is once a week, I was seeing that it's really profound as a series for television, or how you would ever put it out movie wise. But I also saw that there could be incentives with the problems of the world, where you would present these solutionaries and visionaries that would inspire continuously. But I really do feel that this would help us in school. I don't know what you all think about that, but I really feel that it needs to be in school. I feel, how powerful would that be if we changed the curriculum of the school and allowed something like this to inspire our students? This is what we need. This is what would inspire our youth and our children, but it really does go out to all the adults. So I like how you could create this going forward in the future. I heard Spirit say you can bring messages also for the different generations and for the different continents and for the different elements. And there's just so much. So I feel like you're a series once a week. Thank you so much for all of your work. And the music, by the way, is profound. And I love what that man shared in your group with the red shirt. He was sharing that there needs to be something that allows us to breathe in that message. If a minute's too long, even 30 seconds would be great to really breathe in and sit with the energy of the message, or even having music, either or. Thank you so much for listening to my response to you all. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Francine. Where are you?
I'm in Santa Fe, New Mexico, holding it.
Oh, we love Santa Fe.
We love Santa Fe.
Yeah. Fantuzzi's playing right now.
Oh, we love Fantuzzi.
Yeah. And I'll see them this weekend. I decided to come here and be present with you all, but he's bringing in the vibrations in Santa Fe for sure right now. Thank you.
Thank you, Francine. Anybody else have any thoughts? Yeah, Heidi.
You're muted.
Heidi from the great state of Maine, my homeland.
There we go.
Hope is not allowing participants to unmute themselves.
You are unmuted. there, I
Heidi,
think.
you're unmuted, dear. Go ahead.
We're
Oh,
hearing you.
okay. All right. Sorry about that. No, it was, let me just take that was really profound and moving. And I want to follow up with what Francine was saying about education, because I have this whole career counseling curriculum idea to help bring these ideas to kids of all different ages into the schools, and to get them to think about what sparks joy for them and what can help bring them to bring their best to the table, so to speak, and live their best life, and how their education connects with that. And this would be something that I would definitely want to include in that, because first of all, not enough people are seeing visionaries like you're bringing to us, and helping to bring all of these different voices of diversity from various different walks of life And I also really liked the movement. I don't know if you guys noticed that I was sort of dancing along to the dancer. um, but it just flowed, and it was like if I didn't do that, I would be like just sort of denying myself the freedom to be with her, with at one with her. And I think that that's something you might want to help bring people in on, to let people know that they can feel free to be themselves, you know, because you're probably going to get people that aren't your friends at these things. And I feel free to be myself with you folks and with all the people here. I know a couple of them from Zoom meetings and such, but it's just so needed in this world right now. And the way that you brought it from that lyrical space to with the dancing to bringing that to, yeah, and bringing Michael Beckwith in and to Julia Butterfly Hill, and then that really flowing thing, and then the video together, and it was just surreal, and it was beautiful.
Thank you, Heidi.
Thanks, Heidi. Anybody else? White Wolf.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, brothers and sisters from
Hello.
British Columbia, Canada. A few words. As you know, a great movie, by the way, that needs to be continued, expanded, in my opinion. Travel around the world and speak to it, wisdom keepers and indigenous people of the world. As this is part of re-indigenizing the world, as we all remember who we are and enter this new world, this purification, this new change that's on its way. We all share the same visions, hopes, and dreams for the future generations. We all come of the same divine life force and energy, all living, breathing, eating, drinking, breathing that same air. So we are all awakening to the truth that is. We're all relatives, only as healthy as Mother Nature. And the wisdom keepers of the world, there's indigenous people across this planet, as we all used to be tribal people at one point or another, living in harmony and balance with Mother Earth. We need to return home to our true godly given natures. And these wise people in this movie bring us back. Like someone was saying also, eye to eye, heart to heart, that simplicity, returning to that simplicity, to our true natures, letting go, and really listening, paying attention, feeling, hearing, seeing things for what they truly are, from within and up and out. We can change the world, we can do anything if we put our minds and hearts to it. So, the indigenous people of the world are rising to remind everyone who we are. And I love seeing it. And I would love to see you guys keep going and going and going, as this is the one truth we are all awakening to. I love it. Let us keep breathing forward as one. And remember, we're only as healthy as our water, as Mother Nature, as our secrets. Let's carry ourselves in a good way, as we all know. See, when we listen to the heart, we know right from wrong. Always. Much love. Let's keep going.
Thank you.
Thank
you. And what did everybody think of the AI of Andrew's clone person?
I liked it. That was good.
What, you liked it?
And that animated could be fun, yeah.
Yeah,
I think it could.
it's a sweet rendition of him.
Yeah.
Everybody's nodding, everyone's liking it.
You know, it's
Yeah.
an experiment, and I'll tell you what, it's also maybe sort of almost silly, but not silly because it's serious material. You know, the content is serious, but it's even a newsworthy. It may help it to succeed, the whole project to succeed by having a virtual host who's recognizable. You can look him up, you can call him on the phone and have a chat with him. But it's actually AI. I think that's just hilarious. You know, it's really fun that we can begin to do that. You know, I spoke to a team of people who make this kind of project. I saw something that was very impressive, and I called a friend of ours who I happened to be in, I knew how to get a hold of him. And I said, how did you guys do that? And would you be willing to jump on board with me with developing this project? And they got back to me, and long story short, they wanted $80,000 to $100,000 per episode. I did this episode. I haven't yet cracked $100. I have yet to crack $100. I did have to subscribe to some AI platforms and spend $29 a month and a few little things like that. But so yeah, so it takes a lot of work and a lot of learning on my part. I'm in my early 80s here. I am learning better than ever. I'm a better student than ever. I'm less daunted by technology than ever. It's wild. I'm actually having such a good time. You have no, maybe you do have an idea.
Yeah.
So Joan, what do you have to say?
Joan, you got a thought?
She's one of our executive producers with Sun Hub.
We love Joan.
We
She's
love
from
Joan.
Canada and China.
Thank you, thank you. Wow, that's beautiful, Connie. Andrew, that's so well done. And you just brought so many elements into one film, you know, like the technology. I love it, AI, that you how you use it, and all the talk. That's so beautiful. Recall this we have this Olympic Thrive Circle. What that spirit talks is by that Marilyn King, and is talking about do Olympians do. And that part of the spirit we wanted to bring. So this would be nice to have the film to kind of to show during the Olympic Thrive Circle our session, and then have a deep dive into the discussion of all the people who shared the wisdom and bring all the things into that. How can we embody it? How can we mobilize, like Marilyn said? How can we mobilize? How can we take all the, the leaders have been saying, how can we take all the things to become reality? So this is what perhaps SunHub can help out from that angle.
Yes, I know you resonate at that highest frequency, Joan, and you're really putting it into action. That's your gift that MBB, Michael Bernard Beckwith was talking about. And you're really proactive in bringing that gift, and we bless you.
Thank you. Yeah,
We can hook you up with Marilyn. She's a good friend, and we can hook you up. She's very proactive with her.
Oh, that'd be
Olympic
wonderful. That'd
stuff.
be
So
wonderful.
we'll do that.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Maureen.
Maureen.
I'm sure Maureen has something to say.
Well, thank you so much. Yeah, very exciting to see the next level of creativity and next level of readiness and emergence, so to speak. I loved it very, very much. And so I've just been enjoying hearing everybody's feedback. And there are a couple of things that that struck me of what people have responded with as well. But for my own take, first of all, I just had a thought that it was spoken that each person that's giving their wisdom then is flowing into the next one So I thought when Tatiana came on with her song and the video that it was a nice kind of break in that. And yet by the time I sat with it until now, I'm thinking that perhaps you might play with the idea of either starting with that or more so finishing with that, because it kind of brings all the speakers together in the ideas of peace and all the different flavors of the world, so to speak. Uh, because then I'm not too sure how I feel about that, but it was just a thought, and I'm just throwing it out there as a, you know, as a brainstorm thought. So
I think it's a good thought.
yeah, just take it, with what you think, because in this, by the time I got to the end, it almost felt like it was sort of a interruption of the flow of the wisdom in some ways, but maybe not, maybe not. Um, and I really like the idea that someone else had shared about, the movement of Keishi. She's so incredible. She's so beautiful. That's just expressing her wisdom with her body. And that's a lovely interlude, if you will, that is embodied. And yet, there could be, because with the idea of taking this out of the film category and into a series category, into a more experiential level, experiential experience, whatever. In that you can take that next step possible format and interlude with different songs. In other words, you started with Steve at the beginning, and then Tatiana and Mark with their video. It wasn't just a song, it was more content. So you might intersperse. I see the idea that somebody else mentioned about interspersing the experience with the information and the wisdom. Trying to express myself here. Do you get what I'm going for here? Just the thought of interspersing a rhythm of experience and talking wisdom.
Yeah,
Because
people here were doing it.
yeah, well, that's just what I meant, like Casey was doing it, right? So more of that kind of thing, more of that to have a rhythm of in and out. And then I also was thinking too about Jerry and Des Jerry Schwartz and Des Berghofer, of course, whom you know of the Visionaries International Network. They have an international foundation of learning, and they also are very embedded with the idea of peace and Pax Humana, etc., as you all know as well. Just reminding you too that they have a course that is at the college level that's been acknowledged for world citizenship for young adults. So that might be something to connect with them about, because they have sister schools and sister organizations all over the place. So yeah, just different thoughts that I had that I wrote down. And then I like the idea that you have, Joan, too, of taking a deeper dive of each speaker. So, for example, you might have, I don't know if would be like too much, but weekly, I like, or even monthly. But if it was monthly, then it could be. I like weekly for a series, like a TV series or whatever series. But if it was monthly, in between, each week, you could take one or two of the speakers. Like, for example, there were 8, so I'm at 8 or 9 here today, but you said there would maybe be 3 or 4. But if there were 3 or 4, you do a monthly download of their wisdom, and then allow people to come into a deeper discussion on a weekly basis of each person, and see how that applies to their individual lives, and how they may have actions around the thoughts that have been shared. So I really like that idea, Joan.
That's a good
Wow.
idea.
Yeah, Maureen, I was thinking something like that, like, there's a huge amount of depth in that little thing that we just watched for half an hour. And
Absolutely.
if that came up on the first of the month, for example, and then we had a sort of an ongoing weekly, but didn't go to the next group, we really got deep into those individuals. We could really find out who Michael Beckwith is and who Kuala is and who Wurunga is in Australia. You remember him?
Oh yeah, I do very well. Yeah.
You were there.
I was.
Yeah.
So I
Wonderful.
really like that idea because, you know, as much as I know those individuals, most of them, and I know their wisdom, by the end of the half hour, you know, I was left like, who said what? You know, and I know that I was present with each person saying their wisdom and, you know, I was taking it in. But I think that could be of greater value and service to and do what we were just talking about that Joan suggested that Andrew you had thought about as well. So those are my 5 bits.
You know, there's also maybe having a transcript of what they said and have that be available.
Absolutely. Yeah.
people To download or something, a transcript.
Yeah, and the value of that, having a transcript, because then they could bring the transcript of the ideas, you know, into an ongoing series so that they have thought about it and put their own spin on or their own contributions of what they may be doing in those realms to uplift the frequency of the planet as well, so that you're bringing in an amplified field that is, you know, spinning up all the time.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Hey,
Yeah.
Evan, are you in a position to say anything? We'd love to hear something from you, Evan. If
Yeah,
that's
okay, here I was able to unmute. Thank you very much, Andrew, Connie, much love to everyone. Good to be here. Good to see
Evan's
you.
one of our executive producers as well.
Beloved supporter.
And he's the blue rocker.
He's an incredible rock and roller. This guy plays mean guitar and sings his lungs out.
So I appreciated getting the opportunity to take this sneak peek and see some more of the interviews. Of course, we've gotten little peeks along the way as well, but this is something that was a little bit more formed. I did love the AI caricature of you, Andrew, and the voicing sounded great and clean. And the model, the scenario, kind of a Venus project like rendering of a modern futuristic, you know, potential world we could co-create and inhabit. So that was inspiring and visually pleasing. And obviously there you have a little bit of you know, kind of trimming up to do. We don't necessarily need to hear you tell people that the camera's rolling and stuff like that. Getting people introduced is nice. A little bit of context about people could be something that would draw us in a little bit to want to hear what they have to say. I loved you know, someone, I think it was Connie was saying there's no B-roll, you just kept it eye to eye, which is great, but I love the B-roll that you had during the music later. Those dolphins together just like really got me. So there were some really sweet, you know, you had the Dalai Lama, you had, His Holiness Dalai Lama, and a number of other key figures who were in there that popped up that sort of just, you know, ring a bell, they catch your familiarity and they resonate as people who are forward thinkers, who are offering their loving vibration to help nurture our way forward. And so I found that, you know, quite inspirational as well. One thing that just came to mind, you say you have 250, you know, or so at the moment, interviews. If you're talking about a weekly thing, 52 weeks in a year, and you did every week, that'd be 5. You could just do in each series, highlight 5 people, and however long that would be, half an hour or even less. Or you could flesh it out into like a half-hour series, a half hour every week for over the course of 1 year. You've got enough material to fill. So just something to think about, one potential approach to breaking it up and presenting it, because you're right, it's an overwhelming amount to consider how much you leave on the cutting room floor if you ended up trying to just do a 90-minute or even a 2-hour feature with it. So yeah, those were my main thoughts, and of course, as we all have to help support one another in just elevating the quality, especially audio. Audio quality is so important, even in film. It's a visual medium, but the audio can kind of make or break, and especially when you have people playing music, to have the best kind of microphones and clean recordings and well mixed as possible, for what it's worth. But I enjoyed watching every moment of it. I especially love the indigenous elders, the Aboriginal people from Australia, and there's such an incredible depth of insight and wisdom in our native people from, we say native, who's native to anywhere except the Rift Valley, perhaps, but people who have inhabited for a lot longer than us and transcended through our quote modern culture, civilized, whatever you want to, however you want to refer to it. But there are people who have lived much more closely in harmony with Gaia, Mother Earth, and her resonance, that have deeper understandings that are so hard for us to access by the way we've been conditioned to live in societies as we have. So I really think the more you can spread those out and intersperse them through as many episodes, or as many, however you break this up as a series, be sure that we weave in and out of the modern thinking cultured people, and then those with that deeper wisdom. But bravo, I enjoyed seeing it, and of course always am in awe and reverence and love of you and your work. So really excited to be seeing this carried forward.
Thank you, Evans. It's so great. The reason I left those little bits in, like the camera's rolling, just to sort of this is just really for us to play with, and to show give a little bit of a sense of this relationship that we have built with all of these people. In every case, we are in personal relationship with them, Connie and I. It's so beautiful. It's extraordinary. And I just wanted to leave those bits in there for now. They won't end up in anything that's out there.
Okay.
Yeah,
of course, polished for the public is polished for the public.
Yeah,
this is more behind the
any of
scenes,
that.
us with you in group getting a look, and I love that. But to that, then think of, is there a way, kind of put the brain on it and see what you come up with, a way to do that. Like with us, it was the hug really. I always said in our interviews at Soul, we always love to wrap with a hug, and you would see me hugging the person I interviewed in every single interview of over the 200 that I did. So if you have any B-roll of your interaction with them, a hug would be wonderful. But or even a photo, you could just Ken Burns a photo, because you often take a photo with the people you interview for social media. Ken Burns a photo that would bring us in and show you, actually making physical contact with them. And so just think of innovative, creative ways that you can bring us into that world and show the connection and the vibe that was there between you as you were engaging with all of us.
Yeah, Evan, thank you, man.
And we do have an indigenous teaser that we might show, if anybody wants to stick around. It's a 10-minute indigenous teaser that we could show you all.
We just collected together all of the indigenous folks, everybody who lays claim to being still connected to Mother Earth, still have their feet on the ground of this beautiful planet we're on. We could do that. But is there anyone else who would like to drop a comment on the...
Could I just ask a quick question? And that was around it's a technical issue around the voice video lag. The voice was not synced to the video.
Oh, that's YouTube. We were watching the YouTube thing, and it does that. It's
okay. Yeah. I figured you'd be totally on and all over that anyway. So.
Oh, yeah.
This film is all shot in 4K, and it's absolutely exquisite, and it looks atrocious on the screen. That we have a very good screen here, and it did not look good because we were watching a compressed YouTube on a not so current screen. So yeah, this film is very, very current technologically. It's gorgeous.
I'm sure.
Okay. Anyone else?
Okay, yes, Heidi's had her hand up for quite a while. Go ahead, Heidi.
Yeah, I wanted to ask a couple of nitty-gritty questions. Like, did you draw that that lands or that cityscape that you were in, that your avatar was in?
No, that is actually the work of Vincent Calabout, I think it is, Callebeaut. He's Belgian. He's a real architect who designs outrageously beautiful. Look him up, Google him, you'll find it.
Wow,
Yeah,
cool.
he does floating cities, underwater cities, visionary, crazy buildings that are architecturally, and some of them do exist. Most of them are just renderings. And so
Wow.
in AI, I just took some of those images and created them and added the flowers and the, and put them in a setting.
And I also wanted to know, to piggyback on what Evan was saying, and what Maureen was saying, I think the discussion of this would be so helpful for people. And I really like that, and being able to have a discussion with lots of people about this. So maybe not so much on the, maybe a half hour of the movie, and then like a more discussion time. And I opened up on Zoom and stuff too, because I would feel like I'd be missing out if it was done in somebody's basement in some library somewhere, and then we couldn't all participate. But the other thing that I was I missed I missed the see, I was in the movement with all the movement. At any rate, but I missed the avatar because it was on too short and I didn't see it move. Because I'm on if you want to know about small screens, I'm on my Samsung Galaxy S, my 2400, whatever, but it's a small screen compared to what you're having there. And
Yeah, Heidi, the avatar was not moving. It's not yet animated. I worked really hard on it and I failed. Didn't quite get it to work. But I wanted to ask Juan Rodriguez, are you there?
but I also wanted to say that I think you guys should hire our friend Tony, because he would be great with audio for you.
All right, thank you.
And he sends his love.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Now,
So
Tony-
Yvonne and Juan, are you guys there? Yes, they're not.
Yeah, that's okay. All right.
I
So
believe they, guys, they
are.
posted in
They are, but they said they could not unmute or turn their cameras on.
Oh, they're not able to unmute.
Oh.
Yeah, they're muted.
Shonda, can you allow them to unmute?
Okay, number one, the mics are not locked. John and Yvonne are on the road. They cannot get on the video because they're driving right now. So I have a few comments. I would
Yeah.
like to make sure everybody has a voice. Deborah, Non-Claudia, and Anne, is there any comments that you would like to add really quick? Deborah, Anne, or Non-Claudia?
Hey, Deborah, good to see you.
Come on in, Anne. She's got her hand up.
Sunrise
See you as well.
We'll see you
She
in
came in
person.
late.
We'll see you on Monday.
Go ahead,
Okay.
Anne.
Well, thank you so
Anne,
much,
Claudia,
Connie and
anything?
Andrew. I'm really grateful, and you said what our thoughts are, and I thought it's not about a thought, it's about our feelings. It really touched our own soul, our heart, and it's about how the film opened our hearts. And it's and I like the idea of a 30-minute one, but my thing would be have your 30-minute one and then have follow-on weeks where each one of the sections, be it the experiencing with the movement or the wisdom, be highlighted. So I really love you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Deborah. Would you like to have a comment really quick? Let's bring you in.
I really admire what Connie and Andrew continue to do as pioneers for us all. So they work really hard. They have more energy than most people I know, whatever the age bracket. And they're doing remarkable work on the planet. And I'm so appreciative of everything they contribute. Thank you.
Thank you, Deborah.
Thank you, Deborah. Deborah works.
Non Claudia, are you with us? Okay, I've sent her a request and I think she's walked away from this. She's off somewhere. So I think that has completed our circle, which means it's my time. So welcome, family. I'm in the Global Fire Room, so therefore I don't have any video. So I'm going to just add our banner in here. So number one, since we're playing what if scenarios, what if we just continue doing what we're doing?
Yes,
You know,
we
what if we just meet here? I mean, Earth Mother Media has a regular session. Friday nights are good, but Soul Story Production, which is Earth Mother Media, along with our production company, which is the other filmmakers in the room that can't actually talk right now because they're on their way to cover Serpent Mound. You know, this is a good chance for a lot of collaborative media to be organized, future projects together, us to be able to support each other. Production notes, I love how Evan brought out the concept of I'm trying to remember Jacques, the Venus Project. It has the atmosphere of the Venus Project. I love that look. When I first saw it, it was like, this is futuristic. It reminds me of him and everything he did. It brought back the Venus Project. So I really like that. As far as I like the intense eye to eye. I like that. These are wisdom keepers. We are in the age of needing that quickly because time is of essence. I think it's important, the eye-to-eye contact, but I do believe we need the breath because we need to be able to absorb that in between. I like the concept of moving when you move to the music, because if you think about it, if you're trying to balance both sides, both hemispheres of the brain, the wisdom, it's not really analytical, but at the same time, it connects there because it's connecting to the knowledge, the knowledge of the ancients, which is original instruction and wisdom. So that's what that's bringing to where the music flips us into the essence and the whimsical that we need to be able to help process that. So I think, like Evan mentioned and others, I think it was Evan, I can't remember right now, but somebody mentioned, I like the B-roll. And the dolphins, I think it was Evan talking about the dolphins. So I think the B-roll with the music is spectacular because that is where you're moving to to that artistic side, which allows you to keep everything in balance to where it doesn't get too analytical. So I absolutely loved it. I think it's got great potential. I've seen your other work, so I know what fine tune looks like. So I think this is gonna be remarkable. I think it should be a series. I think you should prep for what we have the ability to do as a family with Earth Mother Media and what we're doing tonight. you're up on approximately 30 Facebook pages right now. I haven't been able to get back and look because I didn't want to miss the movie. So, I'm here, but at the same time, I wanted to be able to participate. But when we have our full team available, we can be back there, working those pages and working those comments and bringing those comments over here into the chat like we always do. So there's so much possibility. And I like what we're doing already. I think this was a great start. I think we ought to look at actually launching the series here where we have, something already blended within the family. We are the peace builder movement and we need to co-create. And just for those that are listening really quick, this is um to go back and explain to everybody where we actually are. We are in the Global Fire Ceremony Room on OneWorld.Earth. And OneWorld.Earth is the collaborative, it's the movement of movements, it's the network of networks. And we are honored to be able to use this sacred space that is sponsored by Compassion Games Design Network in One World. So we have this family, and those are the pages that we're up on tonight, is that family that is behind the scenes supporting. And the Earth Mother Media is actually a mission filed for the Sacred Confluence Missions in One World. And this mission is to create and sustain an independent collaborative media channel on One World. And technically, if we want to get really down and nitty gritty about it, we just launched Earth Mother Media. We've played around and we've done this and that and the other, but this is truly the first time we've really taken and brought the mission of empowering peace builders and change makers through bringing the opportunity and the platform to be able to share their missions and amplify their voices and to build this essential support for the initiatives. And this is in support of the One World family. And it's all made possible by us all coming together in this collaborative media. And then another thing too is that this entire thing was opened tonight by the Union of Nations. And the Union of Nations is the indigenous teaching platform with Earth Mother Network. And the purpose of Union of Nations is to bring about the common goal to teach and restore original instruction to from all the earth clans. And that's what these documentaries, that's what John and Yvonne are doing. That's what Connie and Andrew are doing. So we are right here in the midst of an amazing coagulation of just energy that is all on the same train of thought. You've got Union of Nations here. You got Earth Mother Media in support of all the other platforms. We've got all this amazing community right here joined in this room right now. So what I would like to do is just formally invite you to take it back to your drawing board and think about it. And we would like to formally invite you to join this platform as a regular series. So y'all take that back and think about it. And we probably can do once a week. It would take some planning. We would have to start it every other week because we'd have to flip some things around. But Friday nights are already open. The other Soul Story, we've just redone our schedule. We are, of course, on break. We just started the 11 Days of Peace. Most of you know, this is the big anniversary for Rick and We the World. And so, their programming is up. So, we've taken our programming down to honor them, and we're trying to do watch parties with them. We've got John and Yvonne are headed towards Serpent Mound right now. We're next watch party that will be in this room is the 19th to the 21st. We're going to be covering Serpent Mound and the Star Knowledge Conference, Peace Conference, I believe. And then from there, we've got Mitzi coming in from New York on the 21st. And then we all know what's coming up on the 27th, the first global powwow, Solstice Unites, right here in this room. So this is there's some amazing, amazing co-creation here. And we would love to have you on board. I mean, you guys were here part of this family long before I arrived, Connie and Andrew. So we're just here to be of service, and we love you very much. And thank you so much for bringing this. I'm on cloud nine. I'm so happy to blessed to have witnessed this tonight.
Thank
Well,
you.
we're
Shonda.
blessed for you to have this idea. What a gift you are, Shonda. And to suggest this and Rita and all of us to be able to hook in technologically and have it work. Thank you. And you're definitely accomplishing your mission, which is to network and get ideas out into the world in a reverent, sacred manner. So we just are honored to have you in our lives.
Well, I've got a really quick reply. I just took the banner down and was able to see you guys spotlighted again, and I saw my beloved sister back behind you there. So Rita, the Earth Mother Bioregional Learning Center launches during Croptober Harvester. So we will be reaching out to you, sister. Our permaculture classes are coming online in One World. So me and Sister Rita, we got some permaculture plans for the future as well.
Sweet. So
Rita, do you want to wrap it up?
do we need to wrap it up? Do we want to screen the Indigenous teaser for 10 minutes? Or is it too
I
late?
think not. No, it's enough.
No, it's enough.
Honestly.
Okay, you guys can go on our website, which is insearchofthefuturemovie.com.
You can watch all of that.
Watch all of our teasers and our 2007 film, In
And
Search
the
of the
whole-
Future, What Do the Wise Ones Know? Which is a very important film with Indigenous elders, scientists, and futurists on the origin and future of humanity. So do watch the full 80-minute 2007 film and our teasers. So thanks for being here, everybody, and for all your input.
What would you like to say, Rita,
Thank
to wrap it?
Oh, I'd like to say, Shonda, thank you so much for including this venue in your plans and getting Connie and Andrew to have this opportunity to get a new shift in their work out to folks. And I hope you can save the chat for Connie and Andrew so they get to see all the comments that were on there. And I'd just like to close with everyone with a quote from Joanna Macy, who was a great teacher, futurist, who is working with us from the other side. What Joanna said is, out of this darkness, a new world can arise, not to be constructed by our minds so much as to emerge from our dreams. Even though we cannot see clearly how it's going to turn out, we're still called to let the future into our imagination. We will never be able to build what we have not first cherished in our hearts. And I feel that this quote really
beautiful.
It sums up what Connie and Andrew are bringing to the world, and look forward to seeing their journey continue. So thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. It's really good to see everybody online and everybody in the room. Thank you so much for coming.
Yeah. And thank you for your loving support. We just thrive on it. It nurtures us and keeps us going.
Yeah.
And for all the work you each do in the world. So keep at it, everyone, bringing your gifts like MBB suggests.
Many
Michael
places.
Bernard Beckwith, get your gift and bring it to the party.
So much love, family. We have a beautiful team and a beautiful family here in One World. And what we're going to do, since Connie and Andrew, they may have to get the center closed up and stuff. So we're going to go ahead, since we are live, we're going to go ahead, play the 10-minute teaser. And then after that, we're going to ask our beloved White Wolf to close our sacred space. So everyone grab your popcorn back.
Okay.
Okay, she's gonna run, yeah, just stay on, Rita. You look watching her up.
Can we leave it on?
Yeah, leave it on. People wanna, you wanna turn it up?
A little AI thing that I made 40,000 years ago in Australia.
Oh, and turn off our sound.
Don't touch it. I mean, just mute us. Mute.
Unity is the path of humanity given to us by the breath of the Creator. We need to understand that kindness is the epitome of wealth. The only wealth that humanity can go forward with and is owned by all is kindness. And each and every one of us should know that we are the guardians of the water, the air, and the land, and all of the children thereof. No poor, no wealth, no giving. All of our equal nature upon creation.
Maragingi, your whole being around. And as you enter in to the Buddharam, the dreaming, Ma Mang Yirabul, Creator Spirit, will support your endeavors in your turning your being around. It will help you overcome all your suffering, all your conditioning, all the residue of simulation, and it will bring you back to Yirabul Gully.
My father, my grandparents would tell us over and over as children and as we were growing up, you don't own anything in this world. The only thing you own is yourself.
Today, I have this ayah, this rattle, to share the simple teachings of our way of life here. And I learned this teaching from my kwa, my grandfather. He said in Hopi, by suk lonmat unangot takat ak itam mung bastotini. It takes only one person, one human being with a very generous heart, sincere heart, that we can benefit from. Poitam tatam amum toten, itam yokal totini. When we join that one humble person.
My message to the world is right now we really need to be prepared and aware. We need to be prepared and aware and keeping it simple and safe. I love that acronym, KISS. Keep it simple and safe for everyone.
This is the route, the journey that was laid out for all of man to come to understand this life, but more important, understand themselves, so that they will always know where they are inside themselves. They'll always know if the truth is there. Only one knows their own truth. So we're going to have to start looking at that, because those things will help us to realize where we're at, what we have to do.
I came here to this holy land of the north to visit my relatives of the other nations, of the hundreds of nations that we have in this multicolor poverty. We have the rainbow warriors.
As I stand here with these trees around me, I think they're telling me that the most important thing I find is for us to connect with Mother Earth, with Pachamama, through our roots, through our beingness here without letting our minds just take us away and be who we are not.
My message for the future is encouraging people to really get to know themselves and to get to know themselves through their own ancestry, through cultural identity. I think this is something that has been lost in the Western world.
I acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land who have caretaken this land for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, so I can be here today with you.
Call on the people next door to your tribal boundaries. Ask them to come and have ceremony. Ask them to be a part of your ceremony. That's the only way. And stop the wars. That's the only way that we will last another few million years.
Australia is in a big time of change. I've been recently elected as one of the first Voice to Parliament elected members, and that is a massive role and a huge contribution that I feel that I can bring forward. I feel that Aboriginal Australian voices have not been heard in the past, and it's now time for us to be taken seriously, and anything that's written about us needs to be done with us.
Why are we here? If you're viewing this, this is a divine appointment that you have to view whatever time and any moment it is that I'm sharing this fire with you. Because this heart fire is the time that we come back. This is the Adaning time of the Anishinaabe. He said, time to return to the home fire within.
The power of the female essence and the woman spirit that comes through all races, all ages, all genres. We are sometimes silenced within that by other energies, and we must believe in our strength and our power of womanhood and motherhood and sisterhood.
What we need to do is come together as a nation of people, no matter what race, where we're going to. We just need to be shoulder to shoulder, walking together, sitting together, eating together, and yarning about our beautiful planet, because this beautiful planet is us.
My heart is for the people, all the people, all the white, the black, the indigenous, the Asian, that we all come together as one, as a family, as brother and sisters. My heart really feels this, that we need to do this in order to survive.
We have survived until this day, right? And still sharing the dream, sharing the fire, sharing the river, and sharing knowledge, unconditionally. You know, the life force of our people is so spiritual. We are very open-hearted people and open-minded. You know, we share, we care, we love and give. You know, we open hearts, we invite people to a sacred country, a sacred river. This river started with a single raindrop. So we are all here to share that story.
One of the exciting areas that we can be hopeful about is that change is happening. Not just change, but transformation. So in the business arena, just a couple of years ago, the Executive Business Roundtable redefined the purpose of business, and that business is to benefit the stakeholders.
Even the most innocent and the most naive of hearts will recognize that what was before did not work, and therefore change must happen. Change within the traditions culturally, globally, have always said it comes from within. The within is that heart connect. That heart connect is that one with divine source.
I always say that our ancestors, when they come forward and work with us, they come with unconditional love, with compassion, trying to help us, lift us up from wherever we're at without any judgment, just always wanting to help.
Wow, our planet is in crisis. How did we get here? You know how we got here? We forgot to honor each other and the sacred. We forgot to honor the truth of who we are. We forgot who we are. And so the way that we get out of this crisis is to remember who we are, to bring back the wisdom of our ancestors, and to trust in the divine, to trust in the divine intelligence of the universe.
Right, family. Wonderful. We saw a lot of familiar faces there. Beloved White Wolf, are you with us? Yes, you are. If you will close out our sacred space, please, brother.
It'd be my pleasure. Tobacco down and sacred smoke and prayers up. Oh, you relatives of all directions, colors, and nations, and all our ancestors, those who came before us. Oh, and those who still coming after us. This great time we're in. A change of worlds. A new world on its way. We've never seen before. I am very excited. I say let us continue and breathe forward as one, as this is what we do at the Earth Mother Network. This should be another heart, another cell, another seed of what we do as we are a global peace movement. Let us listen to our elders as they carry that fire of our ancestors within their hearts and help us remember who we are, where we come from, what we are, and where we ought to be going. All made different because we're all unique, talented, gifted, powerful, colorful, and authentic like our thumbprints. So we can leave an imprint no one else can, as we all carry a purpose behind our existence. From a little ant to the mountains and the stars and all in between, but sharing the same visions for the future generations, the continuation of life. Light, darkness, feminine and masculine, all of the divine life force and energy, atoms, all living and breathing, eating, drinking, breathing that same air. Let us continue breathing forward and awakening to the truth of who we are, and that we are part of creation, of Mother Earth, all relatives living and breathing as healthy as Mother Earth. Let's breathe forward and share that wisdom of the ancestors, that yes, they have kept this world in balance and harmony for so long. They help us remember. It is time to return to a natural way of living and natural education and listen to the elders and that ancestral wisdom as we all reawaken to who we truly are. I love you all. I thank you. I know the ancestors are with us as we feel their wishes and prophecies coming together. As thank you.
Thank you, my brother. And family, until we dream again, we wish you all well. I am She Who Weaves, speaking from the High District bioregion and the headwaters of the Great Colorado and the traditional lands of the Tigua, Kickapoo, and Lapanapachi. We wish you well. Good night, everyone.